Shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Sharp's got his first points of the game. Here's Keith. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up, and you can't knock it down.
Here's Lyles, and good that time. Lyles got 4 this quarter.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
The USA calls time here. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Clarkson outside. Pass to Keith. Here's the 3. Good on the three-point shot. Keith's got 17 now.
Well, a combo guard who can do a lot of things decently well. Jordan Clarkson, solid at dishing that rock.
Here's Sharp. A rebound by Washington.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
Here's Keith. Another 3 for USA.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
To the paint, pass to Lyles. Stolen by Washington. And that one good from Clarkson. And now a 10-point USA lead.
That is a tough move for Clarkson. Not the biggest guy on the floor, but making the biggest plays.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Looking to end the run. That shot no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
In the corner, it's Clarkson. Paul passes to Keith. Takes a 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 3 assists in the game.
And that's what Paul does best, giving his man a great scoring opportunity.
Here's Lyles in the dunk pile. Lyles.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Pass to Sharp. 1:51 left in the first half of basketball. And that one is good.
That's a spot where if Sharp can remain consistent, he can add another level of scoring to his game.
Here's Keith. Another 3 for USA.
I love the aggressiveness. He's been on fire the entire first half and continues to strike while the iron's hot.
Onside, Barrett. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. A minute 20 left to play in the first half. Paul outside. Pass to Keith from outside the arc. Another 3 for USA.
Unstoppable. He has got it on automatic out there.
Outside, Barrett. Gilgeous-Alexander deciding where to go with it. Barrett, no good. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for USA. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. And it's Canada's ball. Here's Barrett. A rebound by Washington. Gilgeous-Alexander against Paul. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Keefe. Keefe's got 32 points.
And remember when big men shooting threes were as rare as a Sasquatch, and now those big guys are everywhere. Great use of the bounce pass. Thumbs down on that one. Tough to defend against.
Here's Keefe. Again, USA.
And so far, he's a can't-miss player. A superb scorer who plays to his strength.
And it's USA with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And here we are back from halftime. Canada versus USA. The FIBA qualifiers getting started back up. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half. Just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half. I'm wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient. That's a tough rebound if you don't have the length that he does, so the size paying off.
Rebounded by McCollum. Canada trails by 21. It's Gilgeous-Alexander with the drive.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Keefe. The three-pointer is right on target. Keefe's got 37.
Oh, nice read there from Edwards. He's all for sharing the wealth.
To the middle. Here's Olynyk. Pass to Clark. Back to Olynyk. And the dunk by Olynyk.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
And how aggressive has he been on the offensive end? Over half the team's points have been his.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. Tries again. And the rejection by LeBron.
That anticipation off the charts. Great job by LeBron to deny that one.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Looking to get back on track here. It's hauled in by USA. Here is Keefe. And he has 42. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Clark outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Clark. Good ball movement here by Canada. Olynyk dishes to Clark. And Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. And he gets the bucket. Keefe's got 44.
Yeah, heads up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Dort passes to Clark. Gilgeous-Alexander against Van Vliet. To end the run, it's hauled in by USA. Embiid's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. James, the pass to Keefe. His three-pointer's off the mark.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And slam dunk by Clark.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
You're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk. All of it perfect. Pass to LeBron. Over McCollum. Again, USA.
Plays like that show you the strength of LeBron. Could have been called for a foul, but LeBron still finishes through the contact.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Olynyk. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. No good with the layup. Now USA with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Van Vliet passes to Embiid. Here is Keith. Shoots over Olynyk. Keith missing.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that.
So we see USA taking the win here.
And guys, with this USA team, you knew it wasn't going to be a walk in the park against them.
A new year means new goals.
Yep, fresh start. Anything's possible.
Indeed it is. So let's talk about the team's overall outlook, and then we can drill in half of the season. Sound good?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
You know the drill by now. We show you a list of goals. You pick the one you want to.
I want to win the NBA Cup.
That puts a lot of pressure on you and your.
I'd love to see us working towards a common goal. Anything?
Yo, MP, let's go. Hey, what's up for dinner tonight?
Hey, props to MP on his first 60-point game. I mean, there's not many people in the world as good at anything as he is at putting the ball in the basket.
Tell me, so did you get to meet MJ in person?
Coming up next, the Nuggets take... Welcome, everyone. A little extra excitement for you tonight. And here we are for Game 1 of the NBA Cup. This game will count both towards group play as well as the regular season standings.
Yeah, and it's really important to start off with a win. Only 8 teams advance to the elimination round, so there's not a lot of room for failure in this group stage.
Well, guys, you can't look at this team and not get into the topic of MP. He's been a very vocal and driving force for his squad, and he's made it known that he's got his sights set on winning the NBA Cup this season.
And you gotta love how that just ramps up his teammates, the coaching staff, and even us at the broadcast table. But seriously, I'm gonna be looking at how tough each of these group stage games are for MP. He and his guys aren't the only team with their sights set on the NBA Cup this season.
Let's take a look at our starters for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Porter in at the small forward position. All right, let's throw it over to Allie, who has a report on MP.
Hey, BA. Well, no surprise, MP is on a mission to bring home the NBA Cup, telling me I want to be a part of a winning legacy. That's my main goal in any competition I'm in. Victories come first. All the individual stuff comes later. Would you expect anything less from MP, Brian?
Nope, we sure wouldn't. And this guy is all in. And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Keefe's got 9, and MP was first team all-rookie last year, Grant. What a start to his career.
Yeah, I was on that 1995 all-rookie team, and let me tell you, it's great to be on it. But with that honor comes a bit of pressure. Now, MP, he must continue to improve, and I think he will.
Now here's Jokic. Back to Murray. Pass to Jokic. To halt the run. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, BA, not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title, but Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
And it's Keefe missing.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Murray. Gordon on the wing. Back to Murray. Fires the 3. And he buries his first look.
Well, it took him 4 attempts, but they've taken the lid off the basket. Maybe that'll get some momentum going.
And it's Keith missing.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Brown passes to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
Yeah, he's not exactly a highlight reel dunker, but you love to see Jokic throw it down.
Out left to the wing. Here's Keith. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 12. And some major off-the-floor news for MP. He's switching it up, going in a new direction with a shoe deal.
No surprise that a company like Under Armour wanted to join forces with MP. Their pitch had to be pretty strong if it convinced him to leave his old deal.
Grizzlies lead by 7. Lets a 3 fly. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
For Denver, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Murray scanning the floor. Pass to Jokic. The rebound by Edey.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, the monster in that last game against the Hornets just played phenomenal. He finished with 51 points and was locked in from distance. It was impressive. And the entire NBA talking about his performance. It was that special. Can he do it again? We'll see, guys.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how much of that performance carries over into this one.
His goal is to provide whatever the team needs from him on that particular evening.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Kept alive. And Jokic throws it down.
And dunking it with authority inside. This is why Jokic guys look to feed him down there.
And the three-pointer goes. Keith's got 18. With the announcement of Rookie of the Year, MP now has higher expectations than ever on his potential.
Yeah, that's one award that says as much about what you might do as what you have done. It's an honor, but believe me, it comes with a lot of people expecting a lot out of you.
6 to shoot. Here's Jokic. Memphis with a rebound.
That's the shot you hope for, right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies, closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well, that's why they're up. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after. And so far through. Browns checked in for the Nuggets. Inside. Holiday taking his time here. Pass to Strother. Here's Porter. And another miss by Denver. Memphis leading by 13. Coach, after 3 back surgeries in 5 years, it is truly amazing that Michael Porter Jr. is still playing at all.
Yeah, it really is, Brian. And for him to get back to playing at the highest level, he has really stuck with it. And you've got to admire his mental and physical toughness.
We've got Jackson. Ty Jerome is out there with Desmond Bane. Then it's Jackson, and it's Keith in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Here's Keith. Nails it from 3. Keith's got 23 points.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
The Nuggets making a switch here. Strother's checked in. There's the three. And it's Keith missing. Nuggets trail by 16. Pass to Capella. Now here's Murray. Screen by Capella. Murray, no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Keith's shot is good.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. Now Porter from downtown. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Nuggets really believe in Jamal Murray. Coach Michael Malone said, what I want from Jamal is to be himself. If he does that, all the other stuff will take care of itself. But I want him to challenge himself to be a leader and to do the things every day that got him to this point.
Well, Murray will always put in the work. We know that. Good stuff, Allie. Here's Keith. And it's Memphis with another.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
And Michael Malone's late father, Brendan, an assistant under you in Orlando, Stan. What a fantastic coaching family, the Malones.
Certainly is. Michael's one of the best in the game, and his father, Brendan, was a mentor not only to Michael, but to many of us in coaching. And he embodied the saying that he had forgotten more basketball than most of us would ever know.
Morant, he's checked in for Desmond Bane. Jokic is checked in for the Nuggets. Najee comes in for Porter Jr. Najee. And the three off target. Grizzlies lead by 21. Down low. Jackson gets the bucket. Jackson's got his first points of the game.
A nice bit of muscle there from Jackson Jr. to get the inside score through contact.
Here's Strother. And it's all from three-point range. And here's Memphis. They're on an 18-6 run. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
I got him. Brown passes to Murray. Jokic with a screen on Morant. Jokic with it over Jackson. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Keith. No good from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Strother, no good.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And that's an intentional foul.
He's such a good free throw shooter. You don't want to foul him unless it's absolutely necessary.
Denver shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Well, Jamal Murray, we know, is one of the elite shot makers in the game, and his passing is much improved as well.
Edey's checked in for Memphis. Bane comes in for Jerome. Gordon, he's checked in for Denver. Michael Porter comes in for Strother. Gordon outside. Murray up top. 19-footer. Goes back up. The layup misses. And so it's Memphis with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Taking a look here at Denver, they've already shown they're a strong team. You can see why they're moving up the ranks.
Hey, that's good play calling, good execution. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah,
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Michael Malone. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Murray in at point guard.
How about that touch? I'm not sure there's a move Jokic hasn't mastered.
Gordon with a steal. Pass to Jokic. Outside for Porter. Porter picks up the loose ball, but he was in the backcourt. They'll give it up. With a break here, let's see which teams racked up the assists during last year's campaign. Number 1, Denver.
It was a joy to watch these guys play. Constant ball movement and player movement. Defenses were worn out by the end of games.
Keith's shot is good.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And it's Murray with the ball for Denver. Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the change. Everybody wants to be that number 1 or number 2 guy, but you got to play a role to be a winner in this league.
And it's resulted in championships.
It sure has.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And now we've got an intentional foul. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Gordon attacking, and Gordon with the big finish.
Control, poise, strength, all of the above by Gordon there.
Timeout called. Memphis. The Grizzlies making a switch here. Jackson is checked in. Nuggets trail by 20. They've got Ty Jerome. Jackson out there with G.G. Jackson. And it's Wells in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Screen by Capella. Here's Murray. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Keith. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Keith's got 42 in the game.
Well, they wouldn't be in the position they're in without his contribution. He has tormented this defense tonight.
Here's Murray. Cashes it in from 11 feet.
Well, that just illustrates how well-rounded Murray's game is when he's doing damage from the mid-range like that.
And we all know about Stan. Good! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Stan, there are a lot.
You bring us home, MP?
Always, Coach.
All right, get in there.
Porter from outside. Jerome grabs the miss.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to.
And again for 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets. Porter finds Jokic. Six on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. They kick it out to Murray. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 5 assists tonight.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Grizzlies.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And they pick up their 4th win of the year. Every victory so sweet in the association.
It's just the start of this season series with 3 games left between them, but it must feel great to take the first meeting.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the Monster.
Yeah, and I loved his attitude tonight. He really had that scorer's mentality. Absolutely no one was stopping him.
Here's Brown. Off target with the 3.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
There's the triple. And it's Keith missing. And here are the Nuggets, trailing by 19. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Jacks up a 3. Connects again from distance.
He is unstoppable. Completely dialed in from distance.
What an historic night shooting the ball. He now stands by himself for 3rd place in most threes in a game. And here's Murray. And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. And remember, tonight's win means they're 1-0 in the NBA Cup. A great start to the group stage.
Well, getting that first win under your belt is huge. They still have 3 games left, but they're in a great position going forward.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant.
Good game, man. You earned that one. Good win. Let's keep it going. Get ready to rumble, young blood. Shaking, MP. Let's keep this winning streak going.
Oh, say does that star.
Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. NBA act. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Klay Thompson and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with New Orleans,
Seems like the season's flying by, as that's already their 10th contest of the year. Pecking order in the league starting to take shape.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Rudy Gobert is out there with Sanders. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. And for the Grizzlies, Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Keefe is out there with Wells. And it's Edey in at the center, locking down the middle. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
And again, it's Memphis with the three.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Minnesota's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Edwards looking it over. Now here's DiVincenzo. 8 points his last outing.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And even without that three ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Sanders sets the screen for Edwards. Sanders' shot is off. Memphis has gone 2 or 3 from deep so far in this game. Keith missing.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Edwards. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Boy, the offensive flow just isn't there right now. 1 for 5 to start the game.
Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's now 9 points for the Monster.
Well, for a big man, and his stroke is just beautiful. And because of the height, it's so hard to challenge.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. DiVincenzo passes to Sanders. Takes the 13-footer. That one, no good. Last outing for Memphis, they won that game against Denver.
Yeah, I mean, just way too many turnovers in that one. If you can't protect the ball, you can't expect to win.
That's exactly right. Miscues drive a coach crazy. You're giving them more opportunities than you're giving yourself, and that's always problematic.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the Monster in the last game against the Nuggets was tremendous. He scored 53 points, and he was really dialed in from three-point land, making a lot of long ones. He was remarkable in that game. It's not often you see a player that dominant, and I'm sure he wants to keep it going. Guys?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays.
You got this, MP.
Conley kicks to Sanders. Doubled by Keefe. And Dillingham now top of the key. Shannon had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, we've got Conley. Sanders is out there with Reed. Then it's Dillingham. And it's Shannon in at the 3 spot. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. For the 3. And the 3 ball is good.
Conley's got a great set of skills as a passer. He might not always make the flashy pass, but he will make the smart one.
Here's Keith. Offensive rebound. Takes the 3. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. And that's now 21 points for the Monster.
And once again, the defense allowing him to get a clean look at that triple. He continues to do some big-time damage from downtown.
Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Releases. Falls right in. He is 8 for 11 with that shot.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players to me deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Here's Conley with the crossover. The Grizzlies pull it in. This, their first chance to take a look at Minnesota this season. Mike Conley was drafted, Doris, back in 2007. And somehow, someway, he's gone his whole career without receiving a technical foul. Heck, you and I have received technical fouls over here, but not him on the floor.
Kevin, that is an impressive feat, and it's also probably why he's won the NBA Sportsmanship Award more than anyone else in the history of the league, and why we will never win it.
The Grizzlies making a switch here. Wells is checked in. Ja Morant, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with a 10-point lead, some breathing room heading into the break. A terrific tempo and a great pace. The fast break has been a central part of their offense. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Hey, folks.
If they think they'll win with this kind of defense, they're tripping. When you give up that many good shots, it fuels your opponent's fire.
You like gasoline on a flame, I'd say. Taking a closer look at the first half matchups, these two guys have led the way for their teams.
Their teams have leaned on them, and they've been rock solid. Actually, more than that, they've been the catalyst.
Leading. Thank you for being with us.
And we've got third quarter basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What a game we're seeing from the Monster.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Keith. And it's Edey in at the center. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thank you very much. The Timberwolves have become a rough and rugged team. Swingman Jaden McDaniels said, "We don't let nobody push us around. We're always being physical defensively. I feel like we're a tough team, super tough. And Kevin, they certainly have the size to hold their own."
Always being physical. But, David, that's their identity. And we thank you for the report. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from DiVincenzo. Here's Keith. Sinks the triple. Keith's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group. Well, you love that they've been able to rely on him time and time again. You love the effort here late.
And Sanders kicks to McDaniels. Fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
Timberwolves trail by 12. Edwards passes to Gobert. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Edwards can't hit. And so it's Bane who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Right wing. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Memphis. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that will be the third of 5 straight played at home.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Inside, here's DiVincenzo. Count that one. DiVincenzo's got 16 points.
You see the work Anthony Edwards has put in on his decision-making. That's a pretty setup.
And, Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. As outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
12 straight points off of 3-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
Pass to Sanders. Now here's McDaniels. Got a piece of it. Clock at 4. And here's Edwards from the arc. A shot by McDaniels, no good. And the Grizzlies leading by 16. Here's Morant. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Some changes for Memphis. Timberwolves trail by 18. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the 4th. Dillingham is out there with Conley. Then it's Martin. Then it's Naz Reid. And it's Shannon in at small forward.
Well, if you want to pinpoint one thing about Mike Conley, it's his feel for the game. That's a pretty pass.
Keith missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And he goes in for the dunk.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Jackson. Here's Wells. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Here's Keith. Again, Memphis.
The defense has just been unable to slow him down. Wow, what a game.
Conley, the pass to Shannon. This one for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Here's Keith. Kept alive. Lets it go with the 3. Trains the 3-pointer. Keith's got 45 points.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Edey's checked in for Brandon Clark. Bane comes in for Jackson. And it's Morant in for Ty Jerome. Back to DiVincenzo. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Boy, the bucket's been 5 feet wide for him. He's dropping everything in.
Wells passes to Keith. And again for 3.
Another 3. I'm not sure I've seen a better 3-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for 3-point shots made. Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to McDaniels. The second chance effort. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Gobert.
Well, don't think twice. Ball touches your hands, you let it go, Anthony Edwards.
Shoots the three. Good, another from three.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping his shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets. Here's Keith. Connects again from distance.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking them down from deep.
Greg, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for second in most threes in a game. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. The Timberwolves have gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. The offensive rebound. Gobert finds Edwards. Another miss by Minnesota.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Grizzlies.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year, actually their 5th win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Monster.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Edey. Jackson comes in for Wells. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Bain. And it's Ty Jerome in for John Morant.
I'll tell you, totally fluid mechanics by Jaden McDaniels. Ready in the catch-and-shoot situation, folks.
Here's Keith. Again, what an avalanche! He's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
You get the sense he just can't miss.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, whether it's a defensive adjustment or he's gone just a bit cold, that efficiency has really fallen off this quarter.
Normally he'll drill that shot, and I'm sure they'll look to find him in that spot again.
No doubt. Very good play call, good execution. Sometimes it just doesn't fall.
So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This game may not...
Okay, then. That's how we stand on business.
Good job, MP. I see.